You've been so busy since the last time we spoke. You were in a Project Veritas music video called Oligarchy. What was that like?
That was very interesting. So it's so funny because I've never even heard a Prince song. It's really not my style whatsoever. But I'm friends with James O'Keefe, and obviously I wasn't going to say no. And at first I thought I was going to have to be like a dancer, like the professional dancers in the video. It's
Yeah.
like, oh God, I'm not a dancer whatsoever. But luckily I just had to mouth some lyrics, so it wasn't that hard. But it was very interesting. It was a really fun day. And really what I found out, like going to the Project Veritas headquarters and everything, is everyone that works there is so passionate about what they're doing. Like they really believe in the mission, and James especially, I mean, this is like his life. So it was really cool to meet everyone. And I met a bunch of the people at CPAC, but obviously I met way more people doing this, and they're just really awesome people. And it was really fun. And it was kind of interesting. I was, just to see people's responses to it. James was like meant to do this. Like he said if he wasn't a journalist or doing what he's doing now, he would be in theater. Like he loves the arts and all this stuff. So
Isn't that amazing? It's like I feel like it feels like such two extremes. I mean, like when you look at the music video, you're like, obviously he's got an interest in this, but he's always so serious, and he's always about like kicking ass and taking names and holding big tech and the corporations accountable. It's interesting to see that other side of him.
oh, you have no idea. Like he came up with this entire concept. Like when he was like texting me about concepts, it was like Prince meets five. I don't even know what the things are because I had to look them up. Like Flashdance
I'm
meets.
too young.
No, I was like, I don't watch anything. Like I have no idea what these references are. But he like came up with everything. He's like an artistic like genius. He's really really smart too.
Wow,
but yeah, you would never know. But he really has this artistic theatrical side to him.
That's amazing. And did you meet James at CPAC?
Yeah, I met him at CPAC. We've been following each other on like Instagram and social media from before then. I met him at CPAC. There was like a Project Veritas party after CPAC, so we went to that, met him there, and yeah, definitely met him more at the music video. But yeah, he's really awesome and really sincere and genuine. And he, I think, is doing the most out of everyone to actually tackle big tech. I think conservatives are very misguided in their
A lot of them are
criticism.
pussies, let's be honest. Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of them are cozy and comfortable and don't want to lose any of their income or, ruin their, I don't know, like reputation or anything like that. I feel like a lot of them don't really want to put themselves out there.
Right. They don't want to do that, but they also are misguided in how to like combat the situation. So they'll say, we need to break up Amazon, we need to break up big tech. So what you're saying is we need to get the government more involved, and the government's going to break up these companies. You think that that's going to be the solution? And I talked about this specifically with James, and he also agrees with me. He doesn't think that's the best solution. And I totally agree with his approach. He says, you have to sue them, because when you put these journalists up on a stand where they have to tell the truth, or else they could be perjured, they could perjure themselves when they're up in front of a jury, they end up telling the truth. And then when he sues them and all these companies owe him millions of dollars, money talks. So that's the way to go, I think. So,
Wow.
yeah.
To me, the idea of suing someone is like so scary and so like, I don't know. Anything that having to do with lawyers is scary, but I guess that's why they do so well.
He's attacked every day, like every single day. It's a new thing, and it's like it's crazy how. I mean, if you think about it, obviously this is who they like. He has a target on his back, and I'm afraid that one day he'll end up like Assange, because he's doing he's really in the front lines doing this. But Project Veritas is very careful where they don't release any stories unless it's a video or like sound in their own words. Like, so the only criticism they have is, oh, it's a doctored video. Well, okay, my TikToks are doctored videos. You're just going to release hours long of footage, and like,
yeah, you got to edit
those won't go viral.
The boring stuff out. It's not like you are placing in like false footage or doing one of those face swaps or something like that.
Right. And they'll say, oh, these statements are taken out of context. And if you think back in the Planned Parenthood video from years ago, when they're laughing about how they're able to afford like a Ferrari or Lamborghini, one of the cars, because they're literally selling baby parts in their own words, how do you take that out of context? What context is that okay in?
I had no idea that they like baby parts were so like, I don't know, went for so much money. That's wild. Yeah, but I think that video came out a while ago.
Yeah, that was like a video from years ago. But yeah, the CNN one was really crazy. And I know he was upset when he was banned off Twitter. But I said, I'm surprised they let you do like 2 days worth of posting. Like I thought after the first day you would have been gone. So
Yeah, man, he's got balls, that guy.
seriously,
Balls
he
of
does. Yeah.
steel. And you met him. So how long would you say? And I don't know if we covered this in the last podcast, but like, how long were you politically active or like kind of a social media presence before you went to CPAC?
So I started posting TikToks on like end of November 2020, beginning December. And I made an Instagram. So the Instagram I use now, I made that January. I remember January 1st because my TikTok was banned. So not that long.
Wow.
And then CPAC was the end of February. So I feel like so much has happened in such little time, even since I last talked to you. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool of you were pretty fresh in the world, like maybe just a few months, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to CPAC. I'm going to put myself in the middle of everything. And were you just figuring I want to meet as many people as I can? Like, I'm sold. These are my people. Like, I need to be there.
Yeah, I knew if that was like what I wanted to do. Although I don't know, CPAC, I felt like very uncomfortable a lot of it because I just felt bad for everyone that was, bigger names. They weren't able to just walk without being swarmed by people. And I understand, like they know that. I actually did talk to James about this because he like myself, he's an introvert, and he's just like, it's just something you have to accept that going into that. And I remember like at the Project Veritas party, he couldn't even have a second without someone asking him for a picture, and I'm like. And he said he knew that going in, so he's fine. But I like know, and I wouldn't mind if someone asked me for a picture. I'm not saying like you don't deserve a picture, but it's like I just feel bad for people when they can't even walk anywhere. And so unless I have like a rule, I won't go up to someone unless they come up to me because I don't want to annoy them. I don't like if they want to talk to me, that's fine. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I like. There's a bunch of people that I've obviously watched on TV or whatever big names that I knew, but they don't know me, so I'm not gonna go up there and be like, hey, can I have a picture? It just not my style. So.
Do you think it's like a little corny? It's like a little too much?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Like it's like acting like a fan. I would never, I don't know. I don't think that. I'm not someone that gets like fan behavior. If I were to meet someone famous, they're just another person. So it doesn't really excite me. I'm more of just like, oh, this is someone I like. Oh, cool. Like I'll meet them. It's like a friend, but I'm not really someone that's like starstruck. So I feel like I know I get embarrassed for people when they act so starstruck, like, oh my God, I need a picture. Like, I need to get in there. Like, can we talk? And I'm like, I just feel bad for the people that have to deal with everyone being like that. But they know that's what they're getting themselves into. So